It's 12:32 in the morning. I was just on a weird diamond ship, and I was asked to tell you there's there were three pyramids, and lightning striking around the pyramids, and then there was a rainstorm, and the rainstorm was being pushed by a rainbow. And then the rainbow was being pushed by like a wave, but the wave was flowers in bloom, like nature. And then, like, I don't know what it looked like. It looked like people walking and pushing nature through the rain, like, and nature was pushing the rainbow, and the rainbow was pushing the storm cloud, and the storm cloud was pushing the rainstorm. And then it was going over three pyramids, and then the top of each pyramid was glowing. But then they were like three, and then they went like this and became one pyramid. And then it was like a boom, and the entire planet just went bloop and turned into like a bunch of flowers. My brain feels weird. I was gonna go eat something. I was gonna go eat something, and then I'm like, oh, I started hearing in my mind. Do you remember what it was like to be on that diamond ship when you were 7? And I was like, yeah, I do actually. And I was sitting there like, wait a minute, the fuck? And then that wasn't where I was sitting. My head feels so weird. You know when you watch too many movies and your mind is just kind of like flooded with all those movie images? Bro, my brain, my mind, there's so much going on. There's so much. I cannot even begin. Because every time I try to look deeper into that image, it just keeps going and going and going. So I hope it means something to you guys, because I know I have weird gifts that I don't really know about, and I tap into stuff I don't really know about. So I hope this helps, because this makes no sense to me. And I've been hearing a lot of like I was playing the Desert Rose song for a few days in this recent week, but it was a different version by Fauzia. I think that's how you pronounce her name. And I kept mishearing what she's saying. And I think it came through in a channel message in a video regarding something about I see God in the desert sands. But what she actually is saying is I see gardens. And I was like, what? No. And I listened to it and I'm like, oh, she is saying that. I looked at the lyrics. It's I see gardens in the desert or something. And I kept hearing, I see God in the desert sands. And I was being shown each sand is like a universe. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. And then I'm hearing that Desert Rose song. And then when they showed me that this like weird rose in the desert, I'm like, why isn't there more of it? And then that vision went to the pyramids and then all that weird shit that was going on. I don't know. I don't know. But you know that feeling where it's like you have to say something about it. If you don't, you're in trouble. Like this is part of your job. You have to go say this. I'm like, no, I don't want to say this. It's 12:30. I want to go to sleep. I'm like, no. You want a pomegranate? I'm like, no, yes, okay. But you guys, that ship was so pretty. I'm really trying to focus and just bring it all into like a little boop, But all I keep seeing is a million different movies play out in my head. It's so many. Something is moving and shifting in the world. I don't know what it is. I really don't know what it is, but something weird's going on. Is there anything else? Can I go now? I keep hearing, just wait. But I don't think I'm supposed to wait on camera. I think it's something like a message I'm supposed to give you because I keep hearing it. And it's something about desert sands and rain and God being in the desert. I don't know. Oh, oh, dragons. There's something about dragons and that diamond ship. Mm-hmm. Dragons. I like dragon people. Oh my God, they're so scary looking. They're so big. They're so big, you guys. They're so big. Oh my God. I'm like this little. And they're like this big. Hi. I'll still fight them. I'll still go karate chop a bitch. I don't care if you got tail and a fucking talons or whatever. I'll fight you. Um, I keep being shown the inside of that ship, but one specific corner. And I don't know how to describe this to you because it seems like a facet in a diamond, like a corner in your house, but the walls are made out of diamonds. It's really pretty. But what someone is showing me is there's a person standing there, like going like this, and then like this, and then like this. And I'm looking at this person, but when they're going like this, where I'm standing, I'm going like this. So it's really kind of weirding me out. Like, what? How am I supposed to explain this to them? And the guy just went, "You just did. Yay! Good job, me." Okay, I'm gonna go because I don't want to be doing this for another hour. Nope. Did not see that in the corner. Nope. Nope. I'm gonna go. No. You know, I've been seeing, okay, I'll tell you, but I'm not going to tell you in detail because I don't think you need to know the detail. I've been seeing a really tall creature, and it's been pointing towards a big, I mean, depending on how you look at it, it's like a tree trunk or a staff or a snake, like swimming in one direction, or a root or a stick, something like that. And it comes out of the water and then it turns into a giant fucking tree. I don't, but there's giant other like I don't want to call it a monster, but in like a lot of the storybooks you guys have, these creatures look like monsters. And this being, it's like really tall, and I was shown that being first for about a week in bits and pieces. Looking back at it, I'm like, oh, now I know why. It's like a it's I mean, I swear to God, sometimes I feel like I'm Persephone in the underworld, and these people are just slowly bringing underworld creatures to my attention, and they're like, "This is what this one looks like," and I'm like, "Oh my God, okay." okay. But they're super nice and like friendly and cuddly. Like cuddly nice beings. But they look scary, you guys. Like they look fucking scary. It's so weird. It's so weird. And that being one of their big shots. Every time I'm like, her, I don't know, has shown me a few times now a stick in the water coming out. And depending on how I look at the stick, it looks like a monster, or it looks like a person, or it looks like a tree, it looks like an island, whatever. And then, like, it opens, but if I'm looking at it from the top, it could look like a snake opening its mouth. It could look like a dragon. It could look like a volcano. Um, but it's like he's holding it, that being, it, he, she, whatever, is holding the stick, and it's like, and then the stick does a thing, and it's like, wait, and then the tree goes, boop, and then the way it opened, it looked like a mouth opening, but it was just breaking like a tree to make more of itself. It was weird. It was very weird. And then, like, when it was breaking down into all these different heads, I mean, it's at some point it looked like one of those weird mythical hydras. But it's like looking at it in a different angle. It's like, wait, that's not a hydra. That's a piece. That's a stick with branches. It's so weird. It's so weird because what I'm seeing, I'm always being shown it in emotional ways too, with full awareness that I'm seeing something that's not like I'm being shown it, but I'm being shown it from the inside too. So it's like what it feels like is something is not being perceived the way it is. So whenever this thing happens for you guys or whatever it is, just don't freak out because it's like super not freaky at all. But it's going to seem freaky, but it's really not. I mean, unless you're a really bad person. Like those like I'm seeing the coward thieves in the movies where it's like the rock falls on them or something because they're trying to run away with something that, like, they're trying to run out of a temple somewhere, and it's like the Indiana Jones rock just crushes them. It's like, nope. Like those people, we don't worry about those. But really, pay attention to what you're afraid of. Because a lot of them, they're not really that bad. It's weird. It's so weird. I've been around so many different beings in just this night since all their video, and I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Like, you guys ever felt dragon skin? What the fuck? They're so pretty. They're so pretty. Oh, and I keep hearing Renegades of Light. So weird. It's like Guardians of the Galaxy vibes. If only you guys knew what's actually above your heads. If only you guys knew. I'm gonna go. Have a wonderful night. It is 12:46 a.m. I think my face has shapeshifted enough on camera for you. I hope these weird visions I've been having help you. And see you tomorrow. But tomorrow's today. Time is weird. You know? Time is weird. Anyway, oh, the other thing I'm supposed to tell you. Please ground yourselves, like bare feet on the grass, because tomorrow, probably within 16, 17, what is 12 hours from now would be 12:47 p.m. So what is that? Yeah, 16 hours. Before 5 p.m., before it gets too dark, at least where I am. It might feel like you guys get really hyper or really emotional or maybe really afraid or really something. Like you're going to notice how you've been lost in certain emotions, maybe like depending on what part of the spectrum you're on. But this is like what I'm being shown. It's like a graph of people, and depending on where you guys are, like if you're not touching like just touch barefoot grass, release that electromagnetic energy. But then remember, you're also feeling it back from the planet and all those other people who are releasing that energy. And if you don't barefoot yourself and ground and connect with nature, then it's kind of like, you know, it'll be too much. It'll be too much going on in your nervous systems, kind of thing. So try to just drink water, relax, chill out, smoke a joint. Um, Try not to consume alcoholic beverages that are considered spirits. Like red wine is okay. Concord grape wine, cherry wine, strawberry wine, those are all great. Blueberries, plums, good wines. But like the heavy stuff, stay away from that. And then everybody should be eating more fruits for the next few days. A lot of fruits and a lot of water. Scrape your tongues with a tongue cleaner and put that drop of honey under your tongue at least once a day. It'll help you change your taste buds so you don't keep craving meat so much. And God, my arm hurts from holding this camera. And now what else? I think that's it. Because I just felt a ding in my mind's ear. Oh, the cleansing technique I'm supposed to tell you about, I think. Okay, I'm going to describe it to you, okay? And then your instincts will know what to do. Stand in the middle of your room and look into each corner. So, like, look in one direction and then turn, look in another direction, turn, look in another direction, turn. But kind of wait and just feel out the vibe. Really sense the energy of the room that you're in. And just see what feels weird behind you. Like, trick your senses. So if you're standing in the room and you're like, oh, I'm going to go organize this, but it's in, boxes and stuff. Oh, yeah, but there's something else, isn't there? It's like if I ask you to close your eyes and sense your home, there are certain rooms you're aware of, right? And you're like aware of what's in your pantry or your closet, the amount of plates or something. Like you're aware of that. But are you aware of the negative space? You know what I mean? Like the ceiling, what is that? The thing is in the corner. The things on the ground corner. The things in your broom closet for some of you. The things in your drawers. That's chaotic energy. So be careful in the next few days with the way you guys are utilizing your energy, because it's going to be really staticky if you're not grounded. I hope that makes sense. I'm not being cryptic, like I'm uncertain of how to word this to you, because it's nothing bad, but it's going to feel really weird if you're a really crappy person. So I'm kind of giving you a heads up, like the more the vibration of the earth changes, the more people are feeling irritated, right? So if you want to get rid of that, you're going to be grounding yourself, right? Meditating and doing whatever, like eating healthier. Well, what you guys really don't kind of comprehend is it sends a shockwave, which means other people who aren't doing that, they're really being screwed up. And it's not funny, but it's kind of funny because it's not supposed to happen. It's like they're getting zapped touching a metal thing because they've built up too much static. So I'm giving you a heads up, please. Otherwise, you guys are going to be arguing and like complaining about stuff, and please eat healthier. If you're in a climate where there's watermelons, cherries, eat those, mangoes, pineapples, water, coconut water. Touch the earth, please. It's funny because you know when you're like grandma would purposefully irritate your grandpa. You know that scenario. You guys play it out in movies and cartoons too. It's kind of that feeling where those of you who are grounded are going to notice the people that aren't grounded are having the most absurd fights. And you're like, what the fuck? So, in order to avoid that, just please remember Christmas spirit, ground yourselves, and just eat healthy for just a few days. Pretty please. I keep looking over there because I'm waiting for that screen to tilt again. Oh, I'm kind of on to you guys about something. You see that? Explain something to me. Because right now, in a 20-minute, 3-minute live video, there's more than just 1 and 0 of you. You see? I don't have to prove that you guys are screwing things up. I just have to show you. Okay, seriously. That's it. I've been having fun now. Bye.